So, yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's just the way I came under the vehicle. Like, we're not going to have a wrap in on
Okay.
recovery. So, Jeff, what are you looking for right now? Fish, I know.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, it's just that simple, is it?
Well, yeah,
Any
I'm
fish
pretty
will
much
do.
an open book.
Okay.
Now, fish, any other interesting organisms, I'd like to kind of go reasonably fast towards waypoint 3 and kind of get a little bit shallower along this little ridge here.
Okay, we can, next move can be 8.3.
And the net in the arm tricked me, and I thought it was a swimming sea cucumber
Oh,
a few minutes
rats.
ago.
I
I
see
just
that.
saw this little red thing kind of poke out from the side of the camera, and yeah, it's pretty funny.
Rats. Okay. Well, we'll speed up a little bit, because right now I'm just I'm looking around, trying to get some of the muck off, and
Yeah, of course.
waiting on Atalanta,
Yep.
and hoping that we find you a fish.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. But were you able to find... Oh, just find any old one where we went down to 2200 and see what the level was, because we probably started at 6. And so I can see if we've made up any ground, really, like, and how much. Okay, and what was the 2.5, and now we're at what? Okay, we didn't make up a ton of ground by adding 2 PSI, or I guess 1 PSI.
Bridge nav.
Rats.
Could we please do a 30-meter move bearing 347 at 0.3 knots? Thank you.
That's a lot of sediment. Jeff, our previous watches, some of the habitats we went is barely any sediment, and then for this one we see a lot. Why is that? Does that have something to do with the currents, or just a lot of...
I'm not entirely sure. I've been studying the map that they created last night while I was asleep, and I'm trying to sort of get oriented to this unnamed seamount that we're diving on right now. So, yeah, I'm not really sure just yet.
Gotcha.
It's not a very steep feature, and it may just be that sediment rains down on it and really never gets blown off of it, because it's not, or it doesn't fall down the sides very easily.
So it just accumulates.
It's just accumulating, perhaps because it's not very steep. But I'm not certain yet. Just
Gotcha.
hopefully we'll get a better idea as we go along here.
Yeah, and just to add to that, we're kind of moving up along a ridge, like the top of a ridge feature, so we're not coming up the steeper sides of it, which is where you sometimes get the steeper exposed substrate or rock. And if you have sort of a low gradient ridge that you're traversing along, it can be a depositional place for sediments.
It did look a moment ago like off to our left it was a little steeper and rockier. I don't know if that's true. I just kind of got a glimpse in the overhead camera.
Oh yeah, nice. We do see something harder in the Atalanta sonar as well, coming up. But that might just be the kind of rock rubble that you see in front of us.
It was coming up while we
What
did
is
that last sonar
You see
pass,
that
so
small-
it might change in a second, but
I think it just settled on the sediment. Right here. Where is it? Oh, no, never mind. Right down. Oh, we passed it. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
I'll be faster and give you this pen. I did not see what you were talking about.
Did the fishnet get a revamp? Is that why it's back on board?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's got a different grip. It's a new one because I squashed the last one.
Sent in reinforcements.
I think my eyes are starting to play tricks on me.
You see something else?
Yeah, no, yeah, but
But you don't believe yourself.
I'm not believing myself right now. I'm just gonna.
What you looking at there?
I'm not sure. Is it just a patch of sediment? It
Could
just
be.
seems a whole lot whiter than everything else around it.
Let's take a look. Go for zoom.
Zooming.
That is just a patch of mud.
Cool.
That's a good patch
wide.
of mud.
Sorry about that.
Don't be sorry. We can zoom on anything you want. Go wide.
Great
There's a
snap.
sponge up ahead.
Well, let's look at that.
That's, yeah.
Could you please do 30 meters, bearing 359.
And what are these long-leg shrimp called again?
Max, did you
A
say
shrimp.
something?
I
can't
did.
quite
Let me
hear
bump
you.
my audio.
Yeah. Oh, shrimp at the bottom.
Yep, I see it. We'll look at the sponge first.
Ooh. Video, let's get a zoom. You can push right in.
Oh,
That's great
beautiful.
right there.
Yeah, that's great.
This looks like it might be Hylanema, which is a really cool stalked glass sponge. We've got a little crinoid hanging out on the support structure there, the little stalk.
So for that crinoid, is that the one that detaches and swims away too?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So that crinoid probably climbed up along from the
Okay,
bottom
go wide.
of the stalk.
Going wide?
And it's really fascinating because these sponges, they grow that stalk and it's made out of glass, so it's not alive in this case for this particular group of stalk sponges. And so as the sponge keeps growing on the top and gets higher and higher, other animals move in on the stalk below it and they use it as a house. And it can include those crinoids and brittle stars and little zoanthids, anemone-like creatures, and all kinds of things. Anything that wants to kind of get up off the bottom into slightly higher flow, particularly, you know, all those organisms that are filter feeders.
There's
eating
another one of those mounds.
Yeah.
we collected... Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say we collected one of those stocked sponges, I don't think the same species, but on a previous dive, and that was my first time holding that stock, and it is really crazy to me that like it's like a fiber optic cable, the texture, and that is how the sponges are attaching themselves. Do you know if that one, do they attach always to a hard substrate, or can they like anchor and dig down in softer substrates too?
Yeah, they anchor right in the mud. It's incredible. And when you're right, Noelle. It's like you pick up those stock pieces, and you can't believe that they were made by biology.
It doesn't seem right.
They look fake. They look like glass fibers from a factory.
So when we get the samples of any organism, what do we do with them on board?
Yeah, so on board we have a wet lab here on the ship. As soon as the ROV comes out of the water, the science team will go out and pull all these samples from the different compartments off of Hercules, bring them into the lab where they will be described, photographed, cleaned, separated out if there are any associated species with the different samples that we collected, and then they're preserved, and at the end of the cruise all of those specimens are sent to a repository. Our biological specimens are sent to the Museum of Comparative Zoology at Harvard University. So those samples are then open to any scientists or any researchers around the world who might want to work with those samples to request them and to be able to then describe all these unknown species that we're seeing, or do some types of genetic analyses or all kinds of community ecology work as well. And similarly with our geological samples, they're the same process, but those are sent to the University of Rhode Island and housed in a repository there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do we have any tanks in our wet lab?
No tanks. And if there are other scientists that come on the ship that may have specific things they're looking for, we could support something like that, but we don't tend to have any of those living organisms on the ship.
Oh, okay. Right. Is that another shrimp?
It is. Yep. Pneumatocarcinus, I think.
Well, thank you for the explanation, Noelle.
Yeah, of course. That was good.
Jeff, is pneumatocarcinus like pneumatic?
I can barely hear you, Max.
Huh, that's interesting.
Are you on
I've
SPL?
I'm on SPL and I've got good audio levels.
Yeah,
but-
I hear him really well.
That's
You have to
so
turn him
weird.
up on your console. I don't know if anyone can actually though.
Yeah, he would be. I'm
Just
not,
put
it
your
doesn't work like that
microphone
exactly.
just closer to your mouth and it'll be louder.
All right. Now I'm
Analog.
forced talking to Jeff also. Is that louder, Jeff?
Yes, now I hear you loud and clear.
That makes sense. I was asking, is pneumatocarcinus, is that spelled like pneumatic?
Nemato, N-E-M-A-T-O.
Just wondering if it had something to do with like deep sea pressure.
Oh, that would be cool, but no, I think it has something to do with Latin.
Lame.
Yeah.
Well, Nemo would be no one.
Oh. Nemo's not spelled
They
P-N-E.
Oh, he said PNE? Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
was
hear the
like-
P.
like
No,
a
that's
pneumatic,
weird.
So in the movie
P-
Nemo, they named their son Nothing.
No one.
What?
No one.
No,
That's kind
Wow.
of sad.
Oh, oh yeah.
that's so deep.
Nemo.
Yeah, it's kind of abusive.
So finding Nemo is
Yeah.
finding no one?
I mean, or it could be like after Captain Nemo, right? Like it could be several references deep.
Right.
And then it's like a great explorer
Exactly.
and a hero. So,
Yeah, let's go with that one.
yeah.
Yep, that's much better.
It's also a super cute name for a cute little clownfish.
Yeah. Nemo.
Yeah, see? I rest my case.
You just saved us from a very dark place.
Yeah, thank you. There will be no existentialism in this van today. We did have
Unlike every other day.
I know. Yeah, well, we did have a brief transgression into the world of sponge dungeons, so just thought I'd nix that.
Mind if I reset your DVL?
Go for it. I am still trying to get the muck off the porch.
Need a little blower.
I know.
Can you reverse the direction of the suction?
No.
That'd be kind of cool.
I know, it would be great, but we cannot, alas.
Be like a shop vac.
Yeah. I mean, I could actually just try and suck it on the flush jar.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Then it would just go out the top of the vehicle.
Yeah, it wouldn't potentially contaminate any other samples. It doesn't go at the top, it goes out the back, but
Oh, okay.
it won't, like, the reason you wouldn't do it with another jar is because you might contaminate or destroy another sample, but
Yeah.
yeah, I could probably get rid of some of it.
So just
That
curious,
way.
is it affecting how the vehicle drives, or
Might
No.
be an urchin.
yeah,
It just gets in the way every time I stop.
blowing
Yeah.
sediment
Where
everywhere?
are you looking, Jeff?
That might be an
A little
urchin or
star?
something, or a sea star.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's tiny.
It is very wee. See, like, I just stopped, so now all the
Yeah.
stuff is coming off.
Yeah.
Go for zoom.
Zooming.
Well, we just
It is
finished
a sea
that ship
star.
move, so if you wanted to
Yeah.
take some time to clean it off,
Yeah.
might be a good...
Can we get a little more
That
zoom?
is very
Yes,
tiny.
go for it. It's just a very small ravioli.
Oh, I
That
was
is a
about to say. Is it the
This is the famous ravioli star.
five-star ravioli?
Goniastra or
something?
something like that, I think is what the scientific name is.
Yes, true.
Or is
And
just a
then,
rock?
yeah,
No.
Pira is noting this.
Oh, this rock that,
Barely-
like, the ravioli star just left there to mark
Yeah.
its house.
Yeah,
Oh.
what is that?
It's like Patrick.
Doesn't really look like a rock.
It's a very unusual color.
It's a little, like, glacial erratic. Just like a rock sitting on top of another rock. Okay, go wide.
Do we want to pick up that rock?
Potentially. I don't,
Do you want to pick the rock up?
No,
Pira?
no,
Okay.
I'm fine.
okay.
All right.
So
We can.
Pierre's,
Okay.
she's Italian. Are there raviolis that have that shape yet?
Actually, yes.
Really?
Really?
I mean, the one you can buy like at the grocery store.
Oh,
they make them in
oh.
all kind of shapes, especially for kids.
Oh, okay. That tracks.
So yeah, there are.
That's how they get you to eat your spinach buried in the ravioli.
Are those actually called ravioli stars as a common
No.
name, or
No.
how do things get their
I-
common name? Is it like if you call
Ryan,
it
you
us.
just made the common name. It is
Yeah.
now, it's
Yeah.
now
That's
the ravioli,
a ravioli
star.
star.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I think that was Gabby
that's-
calls it that. Doesn't
Yeah,
It?
that's how they get their common names. Oh, there's like a Brazingid or something like that there too.
Oh yeah, let's zoom on that guy.
Okay. And I'm gonna do a little cleanup work here. Can you show me bucket cam and get set up to run this through the flush jar?
Yeah. Are you sucking up some of the sediment?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and clean off the porch a little bit, or we're gonna be fighting it the whole watch.
Alright, I'm ready for suction whenever you want.
Can you porch all the way out for me?
Yeah.
Nice. Great.
More?
Nope, that's perfect. Okay, and you can run suction. And we'll see how well this goes.
It's like such sticky sediment, eh? Like
Yeah.
kinetic sand.
Just doing a little vacuuming. A little housekeeping.
Looks like we collected a rock.
Can we take samples of sediments?
We can.
Okay.
We have sediment cores,
Oh, okay.
but the sediment has to be super sticky and hold together. Otherwise, when we push
Oh.
the core in, the tube is about 7 centimeters in diameter.
Okay.
And if we then take the core out of the mud, if it's less sand, it just pours out the bottom.
Okay.
So it has to be really kind of sticky mud for it to work well.
So you can't just sample any kind of,
Not with the tools we have.
not with the, gotcha.
You could just do this. You could just suck a whole bunch up into a chamber. But
We also have a scoop, which we don't use very often, but
Yeah,
that's been
that's
used
true.
previously for sediment samples that don't need to be intact, or we're not looking at the structure, where you could just grab a scoop of it for, for testing things. But that's not often a sample request that we get, but we do have that ability.
Okay, can you porch in a bit?
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
that's good right there.
I think we should make sure to give Dan all these rocks when it comes up.
Yeah. Oh man, that was not the right thing to do there. It probably will come right out though. Can you retract the camera for me?
Yeah. And that's full beans for suction. That's like,
Can you turn off suction?
yeah, suction is off.
There we go. I need these.
Oh, I think I can still see those rocks in there.
Yes, I can too.
Okay.
The goal is to get
Just wanted
those
to
out.
make sure.
Okay, that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, well done.
Let's get the ship moving.
Alrighty. Bridge nav. Could we please do 30 meters, bearing 347? Thank you.
I mean, it looks much better.
Yeah, hopefully that's the right thing.
Doing your porch all the way in?
Yep. And you can do all the other things. Yeah, cool. You know what to do. We're still going to be fighting it a bit, but it's a little better.
Okay, I got a question for the watch. What is everyone's favorite book about deep ocean exploration? One of our beloved viewers would like to know.
What's our favorite what?
What is everyone's favorite book about deep ocean exploration?
Oh,
I mean, that's a good question.
I'm not sure I read a book about deep
Same.
ocean exploration, to be honest.
Now I'm trying to think about all the books that I've read. I don't think I've personally read one about deep sea exploration.
There's a few good ones, like Ship of Gold in the Deep Blue Sea.
Ship of Gold, Deep Blue Sea.
Blind Man's Bluff is excellent, sort of about the origins of the technology we're using in the Cold War. It's really exciting. Those are two I like.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is a classic.
Oh, there you go.
I really like the... I don't really read nonfiction unless it's picture books, but I really like the eyewitness books when I was a kid. Of like,
Oh
there's, like,
yeah,
some
with
deep
all
sea
the
exploration
things
ones.
labeled and everything,
I
all
was
the
very
diagrams.
obsessed with shipwrecks and like,
Yeah, there's a great
Deep
eyewitness
sea,
shipwreck book. I know the one you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, it has like diagrams of like cutaways
Yeah,
of ships. Yeah,
exactly.
we definitely grew up reading
Yeah.
the same book.
Do we have one on board?
I don't know. We do have a lot of books. You should check out the little bookshelf that's.
I think that's gonna be my next task. Is to
Go for Zoom.
go to the lounge and read some deep sea books.
Yeah, in the forward lounge, Dr. Ballard's book, Into the Deep, is there. It's a really interesting memoir about kind of his career path and how it led to all of this. So I'd recommend that one.
Got it.
Interesting sea cucumber here. I think it's a synallactid, but I don't know which one it is. So transparent you can see the sediment in his gut tract, in its gut tract.
I
Okay,
got
go
those
wide.
filaments.
Was that the same species of sea cucumbers we've seen before? Or is it a different one?
That one looked a little different to me. I'm trying to look it up right now to see if I can find something similar.
Oh, have we been going up like a cliff here?
Yeah, let's take a look to the left.
Yeah, I'd say so. Wow. We should be here.
You want to try to skirt the edge of that?
Yeah, this is where we should be.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it's a little
Entirely.
problem with HiPAC today. It's not, the topo lines aren't coming into the survey version of the software.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
Really?
I've been trying to fix that, but it's been a little glitchy. I can toggle back to the planning scene, but
No, it's all good. I
We'll
I
just
don't know
use-
that we would see this anyways.
no, we wouldn't. But it is helpful.
Yeah. Go for zoom. We saw it at the same moment, Jeff. A little ravioli star.
Oh, it's another ravioli.
Yeah, things get common names when like scientists and operators like look at them a bunch and can't figure out what to call them.
Can we zoom in more?
Makes sense.
Yes.
Are we not?
I think so.
I'm
Yes.
wondering if this is that very funny star that we collected on the first dive that kind of, at first we thought was a brittle star because it had this inflated disc.
Oh, interesting.
But I don't think the arms are long enough. No, it's a ravioli star. Okay.
Does it have, yeah, okay. It looks
Filled with
like
tomato sauce.
maybe.
Okay, go wide.
Bridge nav. Could we please move 20 meters, bearing 325?
See, they're so cute.
I'm just going to try to pull us a little bit over the lip here.
They probably don't have to go too much. I'm pretty comfortable with our layout, I think.
Okay. Well, that was only
Um,
a 20-meter move, so
Yeah, no, that'll be perfect.
okay. Yeah. We're probably on this little break point right here.
Oh, what's that?
Brazilian
Oh,
over.
big
Ooh,
Brazilian sea
yeah.
star.
Wow.
Go for zoom. You can push in further. That's great.
That's cool.
What kind of star?
A Brazilian?
Oh,
Yeah, these guys are
Is it-
really amazing filter feeders.
is
So
it same?
Brisingid star.
Yeah, so they're actually a sea star rather than a brittle star,
Oh,
though
okay.
they look very much like a brittle star.
Yeah, wow.
And they've sort of a sea star that has, instead of being a predator, most sea stars are predators, but Brisingids have adopted this filter feeding lifestyle. So they have all of these really long tube feet that come off of these really
Go
long,
wide.
skinny arms so that they can pick particles of food out of the water column.
Oh, smart. Well,
Yeah, but they don't look anything like their relatives. Oh, can we look at the shrimp?
Yeah. Go for zoom.
If we can get as close up as we can on the head of the shrimp,
You
we
can
can
push
have a
in further.
chance of telling what it is. There's shrimps in 3 different families that basically look like this, with those big antennal scales, those plates on the front of the head, and they have these marvelous pleopods or swimmerettes that go out to the side of the body. They're really graceful looking.
Can you go wider so that I have the shrimp back in view?
oh, another one. Oh, is it another one?
Another Brisingid, yep. There's a
There it
shrimp.
is.
A couple of them up there.
Yeah.
Okay, you can push in. Stop there.
Oh, that's great. That looks like one called Cerataspis.
Okay, go wide.
but I'm not certain of that. It's an Aristeid. Cool. Thank you.
Mhm.
Bridge nav, can we do the same move? 20 meters, 325. Thank you.
Lots of percentages right along this edge of this ridge. Oh yeah, right down there. There's a little coral right down to the bottom left.
Go for zoom. Keep pushing in.
That's full zoom.
Looks like a black coral,
It does, doesn't it?
but it's... Let's see, Osako is no longer on our scientist ashore group, but they would know what it was right away. But it's some sort of black coral, perhaps Bathypathes or Stauropathes.
I, as the nemesis of Bathypathes, believe it is not a Bathypathes.
Okay.
The one Alternatipathes? Wait, I just saw it.
Aha.
Could it be? Could it have been? I don't know.
Maybe.
Go for zoom.
How can we tell it's a black coral?
So it has very fine skeleton with small polyps on all the little branches, and it was fairly symmetrical all up along the sort of the central axis. The little side branches are all symmetrical, and that's very characteristic of the black corals.
Of a black. Oh,
Okay, go on. For me, it's just got this way about it. This way where if I was about to sample it, it would be terrible.
What do you hate about black coral sampling?
They float.
They're floating.
They're neutrally buoyant. And so when you let go of them, they just are going to go about their black coral business. They have no interest in being sampled. They float out of boxes. Like once you've stuffed them in a box, then like the next pilot gets on watch, opens that box, and then it's free again.
Can't really blame it for that.
No.
There's kind of like a line in front of us, like a... Do you see how there's like a straight line cutting through
Oh, totally.
A
the
rock?
sediment? Is that a line? That's what my paranoia is saying. Is this a line?
You mean a rock or
The
sediment?
shadow?
No, it's a, there's a, you see
It's
it
like
right,
a
Max?
fishing line or a rope or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Oh, I
do
see
that.
it too.
Well, I see something right there.
No, it's more
No,
left.
It's like the whole frame length.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure before we...
Yeah, go for zoom.
Yeah, let's... Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nav, can you mark that?
Yep.
It's something.
Yeah, that looks like a piece of a long line or
Yeah,
something
look.
like that. It goes up here. Maybe we can get a better zoom in on it over to the right a little bit.
Yeah, it almost looks like a knot right there.
Oh,
So-
there's a shrimp
We
right
should
there.
keep an eye out for any
Yeah.
pieces coming up off the seafloor.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
This line is very long.
Video, can you go wide?
There's a really cool urchin in there, too, if we
Yeah.
ever get a chance to
And
look
the
at
shrimp there.
Oh yeah, look at how long it is. Keeps going.
Okay.
You want to move more towards the right of that?
Yeah.
So,
Do you have a strike on it right now? I can actually probably give you a strike for it. It's like the strike of it is right around my heading. So that's like 340.
okay.
So project that out and keep us away from it.
Yep. All right, so let's go. Let's just be cautious and do like a heading of 10 degrees. I'll pull us that way.
Okay. Are you all right if I bring my heading around?
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's all good.
So I was thinking of
What
just
were you
moving the
saying?
ship towards 10 degrees, just
Yeah.
to get away from it more to the right. Okay.
We're on top of a ridge, which reduces our odds of snagging something mid-water,
Yeah.
because things will be spanned between ridges. But it's nice to give wide berth to long lines.
Yeah.
Bridge nav, please do 20 meters, bearing, what did we agree on? 10 degrees. Sorry, 20 meters, 10 degrees, 10.
There's. Oh, I think there was a sea pen.
Oh, sorry, where is that, Piotr?
On your right.
Oh, I think there's a bunch right in front of us right now.
Oh, okay.
Go for zoom video.
Oh yeah, these
oh,
are small.
Yeah, look at them.
Yeah, I saw the same ones, but bigger, I think.
Keep pushing in.
Yeah. They look two different types.
Two different types.
Anthoptilum, or they changed the names on these on me, so
Yeah, that. And the other, oh no, they're the same.
Polypterus perhaps?
These two?
Or Protoptilum? Yeah,
Looks
okay.
like.
Do you guys have what you need here?
Yeah, got it. Thank you. I do at least.
Okay, go wide.
All right. To our new viewers just joining us on our live feeds, we are in Palau. We are currently exploring unnamed seamount in the Eastern Palau Economic Exclusive Zone. Our dive duration is about 16 hours. We're expected to go like 2,400 meters, right, Jeff?
Yeah, about that.
Our max depth. Yep.
Oh, better yet, little brittle star.
There's a shrimp also on the back side of the rock.
Oh, yeah.
Go for zoom.
Good eye.
Oh, and a
little-
cup coral or
yeah.
an
Yeah.
Keep going in.
Yep, this is a little brittle star off Ura or one of those.
It's moving.
Oh, it's so unnerving how they move so fast. It's like surprises
go
me
wide.
every time.
We'll go. What do you want next? Cup coral
Cup
or
coral.
Cup coral.
Go for zoom.
You want more zoom?
Yeah, can we get some more
Yeah.
zoom?
Yep. Go for it.
For us to identify it later, we'll have to be able to look
Oh,
at
wow.
how the
It's
tentacles. Yeah, it just
Did it just move?
something.
flinched there.
Oh, okay.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Cup corals. Do we know anything about it?
Quite small.
Okay, go wide.
Bridge nav.
Nope, these are single solitary coral polyps.
Please do 20 meters bearing 020.
Shrimp, perhaps, if we
Yeah.
can? Or do we have to
Good.
keep going?
No, we can take a look at the
Okay.
shrimp. Video, can you iris open a little bit?
Absolutely. Sorry, I was trying to compensate for that top right corner. So bright.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll just look. We'll zoom in on the shrimp, and then nobody'll know.
So true.
Go for zoom. Keep going. This is really steady, so you'll be able to get all the way in.
Oh, sweet. Look at that.
Oh, it got eggs?
Wow.
No,
Is that an egg?
I don't know. There's something underneath it.
could be eggs, no?
Do they
Or
get
is that-
parasites?
Or is
They
there some?
Wow, this is really nice
Two.
footage. Good job.
So normally, this is in a group called the Caridia. It's Nematocarcinus is the genus. And when they carry eggs, they're usually just a couple millimeters in diameter, and they're under the tail or the abdomen. So this is a little bizarre looking. It's not quite what I would have expected for eggs,
Or
but I'm not sure what else it could be. Derek suggested a parasite. That is possible.
Oh, yeah, could
Be a
be.
little isopod.
Yeah, it could be.
Not so little.
Yeah. Compared to the size of the shrimp, very big parasite.
Another good reason to stay inside your sponge.
Okay, you guys all set here?
Yeah.
There's an urchin on the right, but I don't know
Okay,
if we want
go
to
wide.
look at it.
Yeah, we can look at it. Urchin on the right. I did not see. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, go for zoom. Oh my gosh. These were so difficult to sample the other night. Are you all the way in?
Sea urchins.
I am.
Okay.
There's a little
That's
squall lobster.
great.
Ice behind it? Or what is
There's
that?
something moving here.
Oh, yeah, it's
so
just very
that's
small.
That's an isopod.
Wow.
They call these munid isopods. It's whoa.
Sorry, that was a little hot.
Zoomed all the way in. It's very hard to, yeah.
There we go.
But these guys, these little isopods, a little moving guy there on the left, they're predators on really small animals that live in sediments. And oftentimes they eat these little amoeba-like, shelled amoeba-like things called foraminifera.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready to go wide?
Is this a worm?
I'm ready.
Sorry.
We are not, Gabby.
We don't have to look at everything.
We do. That's what we're here for. There's literally no other reason to be here.
There's a little
I keep
coral in the
spotting
top right
stuff.
too, or is it a crinoid? I don't know if you see that. That's in the top center.
Go for zoom?
Yeah.
Or you're
we
already
are
all the way in,
zoomed.
right?
Yeah. we're
Okay,
all zoomed.
so there's your worm, Pieta.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that looks like a supulid tube worm, and there's another tube to the
Yeah.
right of it that doesn't have an animal sticking out of the end of the tube right now. And there's actually, it looks like another tube on the bottom, on the sand, that maybe is an older tube that fell off. The animal has passed. Great,
I'm
thanks.
not seeing the DVL feed anymore.
Okay.
The trail is not showing up.
Okay, I'm going to pick up off
Let's-
the bottom because it's going to be hard for it to work when it's on the bottom.
Okay.
Yep. Let's go wide again, and
Yep, go wide. Yeah, that tornado was super wild looking, hey?
Yeah, I was tripping out.
And then we'll see what you can do to get Doppler going again.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just a display issue or if it's really,
It looks
looks like he's coming back.
there, okay. Oh, it
Maybe
was
it
just the length of the tail and the length of the time I was sitting there.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen that, that like kind of
No.
tube of sediment before. That was pretty awesome. I agree that was very disconcerting for a while.
Just for a second
yeah.
before I understood what I was seeing.
Yeah. And I'm coming underneath you again, so
Okay,
it was
hold on.
really helpful to have you see that tether loop. That was awesome. You saw it before I did.
Yeah, okay. I will come up a bit.
Okay, I was gonna head straight to waypoint 3 from here. I think we're clear of
What is
that
that?
fishing line.
Sounds great.
What is this?
Sorry,
oh,
what,
right there.
which of these things were you interested in?
Along,
The long, okay.
yes.
Go for zoom.
Is it an old sponge stock?
Yeah, I think
something
this
dead.
is. This is just.
Is it a dead spun?
Yeah,
stop?
I think so.
You can push in a little further.
Bridge nav, can we please do 30 meters bearing 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, this thing is covered in little
Like hydroids or something?
hydroids.
And
Yeah,
there's
or
little
bryozoans.
Shrimpies? I don't know.
Oh
or
yeah,
f-
look at the little guys moving right at the
Yeah.
top, right there.
What is that?
There's
They may be amphipods or something like that. But yeah, this is an old sponge stock. The sponge has died, but because it makes its stock out of glass, the glass never deteriorates.
Okay, go wide.
Or there's also maybe some hydroids growing off of it.
I think a bunch.
Okay, I'm going to move forward.
So there's a scientist who's at Woods Hole, Stace Boulieu, and she did a whole study looking at the assemblages of animals that live on these old abandoned sponge stocks, and it's astonishing the diversity of animals that will live on these things. So the sponge really are ecosystem engineers. They create this really novel habitat, these stocks that stick up into the flow that turn out to be really important for a lot of other organisms.
There's a fish.
Oh,
Where?
yes. Yes, please.
Where? Oh! Oh, it's a
Ooh.
big one.
Nice.
Casquille?
Go for zoom.
Chances are, but hang on, it might be a rat tail.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It is a rat tail.
Yeah, yeah. I got the...
How can we tell it's a rat
Oh.
tail?
Okay, so you see that single short, tall fin on its back?
Yeah.
That's how you tell it's a rat tail. Cuskills don't
okay.
have that. They just have a low, continuous fin on the top, but the rat tails have that short, tall one. So this looks
Gotcha.
like
So pretty.
Coryphonoides, possibly Longiceros. Maybe not. It doesn't have a long enough nose.
Are those parasites?
Yeah, it's got some parasites on the side. Those would be parasitic copepods. And they embed themselves in the tissue, and actually what we're looking at with these little white things hanging off the side, those are the egg sacs of the copepod.
Yeah.
So it feeds on the tissues of the fish. It creates that little white halo, which
Yeah.
is sort of,
Oh.
yeah, it's kind of horrifying. And then it just keeps pumping eggs out of the side.
Oh, God.
But the majority of the animal is embedded in the tissue of the fish. So
Time to see the
these
duck.
rat tails, they're kind of top predators down here. They eat a lot of shrimps and worms and other small fishes and things like that. And
Nice job, Max.
that's great.
Okay, we can go wide.
I have not seen them take this kind of attitude before.
Doing a ballet.
Gotta turn yourself around there, buddy.
That was a beautiful zoom out.
What about his chin?
So they have a little barbel on their chin. Oh, can you zoom in right there?
Zoom.
Zoom,
for
zoom, zoom.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for his belly. I need to see a number of them have light organs on their belly, and where it is and the shape of it helps us identify who this fish
Okay,
is.
well, we will.
But yes,
if he does that
they
again.
never do this.
Yeah.
It's like impossible.
Okay.
I know for next time now, Jeff.
Yeah.
We'll not go cinematic on the zoom.
Look how cool it looks in that other camera.
But yeah, the little barbel helps them. It's covered in taste buds and sensory structures, and so it helps them find food right on the surface of the sediments.
So are rat tails in Gadiformes?
They are.
Nice.
Yep,
Okay,
Thanks.
Jeff, you got what you need here?
I do.
That was
Okay.
beautiful.
We'll
Oh,
let this
bye.
one go.
You heard you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
it's
you got
coming
what
back.
you need?
I'm ready for another move.
All right. Bridge nav. Can we do 30 meters bearing 341?
That might have been my new highlight. That was a really cool fish.
Excellent.
Nice.
Jeff loves a fish.
Uh-huh.
That was such a nice zoom out you got when he was
Yeah, that was
moving
really
around.
cool.
It was
He's-
beautiful.
Being very cooperative.
Yeah. I see that. That sounds good. Go for zoom.
Sponge or tunicate?
Yeah, it looks like a... I was going to say sponge, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's a tunicate. I'm not sure.
One more zoom.
Yes, please.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Maybe it's a sponge.
Sponge, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Great, thanks.
Go on.
What's the difference between a tunicate and a sponge?
So a sponge is got sort of a matrix of openings all over its body, and it usually sucks in water through the sides, and then it has some common place where all the water exits, but it filters particles out of the water for food. Tunicates do the same thing, but they're very distantly related phylogenetically. They're actually chordates, so they have similar...
Sea pen?
Yeah.
Sea pen, brittle star, hermit crab.
So they have...
Okay, go on.
but they're very different in their
Oh,
body
yeah, there's
plan.
the
They have
hermit
one
crab.
opening through which they pump water, and then it goes through a filter basket, a structure that pulls everything out, and then it shoots out the other side. So sponges are a very, very primitive group of animals, and in fact, some people debate as to whether they're in the animal group.
Oh, okay.
For instance, some shallow water sponges, if you take them and put them through a very fine mesh to separate the cells, they will all then build themselves back together again.
What?
Stop it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep, it is crazy. They are just barely not colonial, right? They are coordinated, but they can be separated and come back together in some cases. Whereas a tunicate is a single animal born from, a little tiny individual, grows into a big individual, reproduces with others, and has much more of the, similarity to us in our life history. It's a very different thing.
You should put more emphasis on the chordate bit.
Yeah.
Because that's bonkers.
Yeah, they are
Go
closely related to us. Chordates are, during early development, animals that have this notochord, which is a structure that sort of in us develops into our spinal column and nerve bundle and spine.
Yeah.
In some of these invertebrates also is a bundle of nerves in the animal, but then of course doesn't develop vertebrae because they're not vertebrates.
Mm-hmm.
But in that early portion of their development, they're very similar to us. They just end up as a tiny little filter feeder on the bottom rather than a four-legged organism.
Oh, wow. That's so interesting.
Wait, so you guys can't build yourselves back from a cellular level?
No.
What are you telling us, Rye?
I haven't tried it yet, but
Rye's like, that's weird.
I don't think it will go
You can
well.
do
Skill issue.
You can never
That is
tear
like
down
I
the sponge dungeon.
That is what I feel like I'm doing when I wake up from some of the naps I take out here.
Reassemble.
Yeah.
That is the only problem with naps. Then you have to do the wake-up process twice a day. It's
Yeah.
a little,
Can be disorienting.
yeah. Still worth it, though.
Get to drink twice as much coffee.
That does happen.
I started my watch with an empty cup of coffee, and I every once in a
Whoops.
while look at it mournfully. Like, oh, maybe there's something.
That is
I thought you were going to say it was getting more full. I was like,
Yeah, I feel like, wouldn't that be
Maybe it's just,
wonderful?
maybe it's just sediment.
The internet's always advertising to me like self-heating coffee mugs and stuff like that, and I want the self-filling one. They haven't advertised to me that one yet. I doubt I could resist.
A coffee manifesting cup.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be good.
Is that something?
that looks like something. Oh, rats. Okay, go for Zoom. We're only going to have a second here because I blew it.
Oh, it's a no, it's a
Sea
sea
pen.
pen. Yeah.
Oh, good eyes.
Okay,
Is
go
that
on.
a sea pen or is it
Yeah.
an antipitherian?
Not sure.
Okay, well, it looks like I haven't completely swamped it with sediment. We can look again. Go for Zoom.
A little yo-yo right here.
Yeah. Sorry to make everyone dizzy.
Maybe not a sea pen.
I could be persuaded of coral.
Yeah.
I guess sea pens are corals, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess they are. But
I could be persuaded of not sea pen.
Well, but they're
Any
soft corals.
of our scientists online know what this one might be?
Steve is typing. What's his? Is that black coral comment from
It
this?
is a black coral. Okay.
Okay, go on.
I think perhaps just a very small recruit.
Bridge nav. Could do the 30-meter move, bearing 335.
Steve Oskovich says maybe Stauropathes. This color and morphology is different than one that we saw earlier. Cool, thank you, Steve.
I just recently took a course in Earth history, and one of the things we discussed was the argument for sponges being the origin of life. And another cool thing they can do is survive almost completely anoxic conditions,
Really?
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's wild.
Or not the origin of life, I should say, but maybe the origin of complex.
Yeah, cool. Derek, remind me our current move direction.
335.
Okay. Can you take 335 with
Yeah.
Atalanta?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's another sea pen there.
Ah, yes. Just a little one. Go for zoom. That looks like a dead Voltaria.
It does. Little brittle star at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay, go wide.
Definitely not a sea pen.
No.
I just assume anything I see sticking out of the sand is going to be
Yeah.
a sea pen.
It's a reasonable guess.
Yeah. I do not know what that Voltaria was attached to. Probably maybe some rock underneath the sand. Or did you guys say that sponges can attach to sand?
Well, yeah, some of the sponges can. Hylanema definitely does. The one with the long fiber optic
okay.
stalks. Yeah. Steve says it was a worm tube, covered in hydroids.
Okay.
The earlier watch saw one of them as well.
Neat. Thanks, Steve. Something here? Little sponge maybe?
Yeah, it looks like a little sponge.
Go for zoom.
Same as the one we just saw.
Yeah, it looks like very similar to the one just a few minutes ago. Yeah, you can see the osculum or the opening at the top. Little glass sponge. I'm going to see if I can find out which one this might be.
Okay, go wide.
Yep.
Rats. After all that, I scooped up a little more sediment.
Looked a little bit like Regadrella or something like that.
Easy to do.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been a Regadrella. Okay.
Do you mind if I reset your DVL?
Do it.
Gabby, you're like Sisyphus, but instead of a boulder, it's sediment.
Oh, gosh. That's horrible, but true, alas. There's a few neat little mounds up ahead of us. You can see an upper. Oh, cucumber. Go for zoom.
It's really cool colors.
Oh, this guy's upside down? What's going on here?
Is it dead?
It's being dramatic.
Maybe it's having a bad day.
Oh,
This-
woe is
This
me.
sea cucumber
I
is
think it is upside down.
upside down.
Oh. Okay.
What is going on here?
Oh. Maybe its crunches didn't go the right way. Landed
taking a break.
upside down.
Yeah, maybe it's just relaxing.
Sunbathing.
Yeah.
Sunbathing.
That's preposterous. There's no sun down here.
Well, we are the sun.
We are the sun, yeah.
Okay, go wide.
Yep. That might be benthidites or one of those, or another, or a synallactid of some kind. But yes, very bizarre. Went for a swim and couldn't quite get up.
Did not stick the landing.
Bridge nav. Same move, please. 30 meters, bearing 355.
Are we looking at a shrimp maybe here?
Oh
Bridge
yeah.
nav. Sorry, that was 335.
This will be pneumatocarcinus again. Oh, there's a couple of them.
Correct,
Yeah.
thank you.
Go for zoom.
Oh, look,
Very leggy.
it's long legs.
These guys are great. Can we actually turn the lasers off for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, got you. Thanks, Rye.
It's pretty incredible to think that this animal can move with such skinny little legs.
I was just looking up the,
Okay, are we good here?
you
We
said
are good.
pneumatocarcinus is
Go
the
ahead.
name. I was looking up the derivation, and the nemat, N-E-M-A-T, means thread in Greek.
Oh,
So
okay.
that makes
That
sense to me
totally
looking
makes
at those
sense.
legs.
Oh,
Yeah, and
okay.
also nematocyst, I think
Yep.
is the same word from
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's from the thread.
Thread,
the
cyst
tentacle
of
on-
threads, yeah.
On,
Nematode.
yeah.
do we know if it's like fragile? You would think the thread would be.
It seems like it. I don't know.
Oh, here's a cucumber. Do we want the lasers
Oh.
back?
Yes, please.
Okay. Go for zoom.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, that's great. Okay, this is
Oh.
Peniagony or Amperima, and they are these sea cucumbers that have this vellum or this like flap on their head. And these swim. We saw, I think it was the last dive, we saw one of these swimming, just flapping back and forth through the water column. And they do that if they are finding the area they're in doesn't have very much food on the seafloor. They just take off into the currents and let the current take them to a new location, and then they try again.
Okay, go wide. Few sea pens. Go resume.
Okay.
Okay, go wide.
Protoptilum again.
Yep. Oh, that fish right there.
Oh yeah.
That's Ipnops. This guy is a really cool fish. There's a couple different
Don't put in the
species.
next move.
Don't
Just
what?
yet. Don't put in the next move just yet.
Copy.
Gabby knows what might happen. I know where this is going.
Yes, you do.
Go for zoom.
Okay, so these fish are amazing. They have a pair of eyes on their top of their head that have no lenses. They do not actually see images, but their lens, so there's no image forming, but the retina is expanded and huge so that they can see any bioluminescent light that may be coming. So the head of this fish, that reflective yellowish looking part, is basically a pair of eyes.
Wow. So we're
What? I thought that
flashing
was the
it so
brain or
much right now.
Say this, too many people were talking at once. I couldn't hear.
I said you were flashing it so much right now, right? Because
Yeah.
you can see it just
Oh
lights.
yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's seeing more light than it's ever seen.
It's super interesting.
Yeah, they're really, really fascinating. If there is any possibility of collecting this guy, it would be great to know what species it is. We think there's only just a couple species worldwide, and I am not really sure that that is true.
Yeah, we can try and suction it.
There is no try.
What's it called?
Ipnops.
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 So
Yep.
you're going to move over the top of me,
Yep. I'll say
and
hi.
that's just going to have to be okay.
I can move back if you'd like. Do you want me to do that?
Sure.
Okay, science. Which jar is open?
Are we slurping?
Yes.
All slurps are open.
Okay, perfect.
So number one.
Okay.
We are gonna go to number 1.
Can you do a flush first?
Bridge now?
I just did a flush.
Okay, and
Yeah.
did it work pretty well?
Yeah.
Or did it seem... Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Could
I was
please
worried
move
that maybe we got some
1.5
fog or
meters,
something.
bearing
Yeah, here, I can
158.
try it again just to make sure.
Thank you.
Oh, we're sitting here for a second.
Yeah, thanks for being so ahead of me on that. That's great. Okay,
Yeah,
that
just
looks
assumed
awesome.
There was...
You're not technically supposed to vacuum the porch with the suction sampler. That's not really what it's like. When we need to vacuum, we put a dredge on. The suction pump can't really do that very much. Not usually having such a time grabbing this. Can you go wide or look up or whichever is necessary so I can see the wrist?
Yep.
Just look up a bit. Okay. Try this once more. That's better. Okay, let's turn on, well, I guess I'll creep up. You can turn on suction.
Okay, suction coming on.
Bridge nav. Could we please do the same move? 15 meters, bearing 158.
Okay.
This guy's being so cooperative, I wonder if you can just land.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh gosh, I'm like,
All right.
He's in there.
There we go. Okay.
Thank you.
Well done.
Is it in there yet? Oh, yeah.
Noelle,
Yes?
if you want to put the whole name Ipnops agassizi, question mark.
Got it.
Right, you were so fast to get off that jar.
Uh,
That was awesome.
I had it turned up really high because I didn't want him to be able to fight the.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to spin him around the jar a bunch, but.
Noelle, what was the sample number?
051.
Thanks.
All right. Turn your camera up now. Yeah.
The beach.
Nice.
All right, we good to move forward?
Yeah.
Or do you want to realign a little more?
That's a great question.
We're still swinging back, I think, a little bit with
Oh
Atalanta.
yeah. You can move forward.
Okay. Bridge nav. 50 meters, bearing 332, please. Sorry, 50 meters. Correct.
Sorry, I'm having issues with my tilt, so.
Oh yeah.
But we can
I
stare
don't
at the
blame
tether,
you.
So.
I don't blame you.
Gabby, I think you might have a new nickname.
Which is?
Gabrielle, the fist-grabbing pilot.
There have been versions of that over the years. I'm not
Gabrielle.
sure how I feel about them, so
Sounds like
I
a
How do you feel about
haven't
that?
really encouraged them all that much.
They love the slurp.
Yeah, I like Slurp. Seems like a good way to get fish.
You did see there's, I think, still a rock in the slurp. Yeah,
Did
I'll
see
just
that.
note it down.
Yeah. We'll have to shake it. Like, it doesn't seem to be getting in the way of the sample.
Yeah.
But,
It's actually in the tube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We can try and shake it out again. We've already tried to shake it out a few times. Derek, can you remind me of our recovery time?
I could if I could remember it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Isn't it 4? Let me,
I
or
thought it was 8.
16?
I thought it was 8 p.m.
Yeah, it's
20.
20.
2000. Okay, yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you all for collectively having more memory than any one of us does. I had no idea there was a fish with eyes like that. Those are super wild.
Yeah.
Aren't they the
The
coolest
same-
things?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
they're just
amazing.
these giant light collecting dishes, but no image, just yes, there's light, or no, there's no light. It's
That's
such
amazing.
a weird way of using vision.
I thought it was a transparent brain.
Yeah.
There's definitely one of those. There's
Really?
a fish that has a
Yeah.
transparent head.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be cool to see.
Go for zoom. It's super weird.
Oh, this is cool.
This sponge
This
has just
sponge,
been
yeah.
wheeling around in the current.
It's making sand angels.
Yeah, it is. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's exactly what it is.
That is really cool.
Okay, go wide. I'm stretched out enough that I can't get even a good zoom here.
Yeah, I mean, if you really stretched out. I can come down a bit, but
It's all good.
yeah.
What is that right there?
Go for zoom. I think rock.
Is it? It's just really red. Yeah. Must just have a ton of iron in it and be very exposed.
It looks like part of
Thank-
that broke off, and maybe that was what was underneath.
Yep.
Go wide.
Is my heading being at 335 still appropriate?
Yeah.
The move is 332,
Or? Okay.
so
Okay.
pretty
yeah.
much the same.
I just wanted to check. It's been a while since I.
Yep.
Speaking of been a while, I'm gonna do gauges.
Okay, I got a question from our viewers about, I think it's for the video feeds. Is it possible that they can see the collection jars
over there.
as a collection is
know.
happening?
It's really weird.
Is it possible to put it on our live feeds, Max?
Yes, I think sometimes it does go in the live feeds when we do a sample salvo.
Oh, okay.
So next time we'll have to do that.
Yeah.
I can see if I can throw it up
Bucket's
real
not going to
quick.
be. Well, bucket. Yeah, I guess bucket will be there. It doesn't. You might need to for suction sampling. You might need to do that manually because we probably won't go to sample salvo for a suction sample.
Fair enough.
Go for zoom.
Cool. Another C-pen.
Go wide. Nav, before you put in another move, at the end of this one,
Steve says that's Protoptilum.
The C-pen, yeah.
Uh-huh, the C-pen. Is that something?
go for
Sponge.
zoom.
All right, so our viewers, you can tune into
Oh, wow.
channel 3 to see our collection
What
jars
is that?
as we
I-
sample.
I don't know. I
Okay,
am
go wide.
wondering if we should take a closer look at this. I'm
Yeah,
wondering
probably
if
grab this.
predatory tunicate or I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, I like the tunicate hypothesis just because usually
When in
tunicates
doubt.
are like a what is that sort of creature
Yeah.
Got it.
from the perspective of somebody whose taxonomy is squishy, crunchy, and what is that? It's pretty good. Thanks.
I don't know. You know a lot of these names.
Yeah, you do.
That's thanks to Steve, I would say. But when I mistake a worm tube for a Voltaria, Steve's like, no, don't mention my name, please. I don't want to be associated with this.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. Go for zoom. Can you open the iris a little bit?
Absolutely.
Yeah, just as much as makes sense here. Okay.
Just seems like with lower exposure you can get more detail on the white.
Wow.
I
sponges and
gotcha,
stuff,
yeah.
This. Yeah.
Okay, go back to whatever you think is right,
There's a
Max.
sea star in Brittle
Yeah,
star
there's
in
a
there.
sea star underneath it. This has got to be one of the predatory tunicates.
Cool.
Oh, and it's closing up.
Is it predating?
It looks like a
So,
hamburger bun.
In the
I was
chat,
thinking like
did you
Oreo
see-
cookie.
Jeff, did you see what's in the chat? Oh, looks like maybe
Steve
wait, that's,
Oskovich agrees with me.
Predatory tunicate?
Predatory tunicate.
Sweet.
Martina says it looks like the head of Malib viridis.
Oh, it's
So
got a
we-
Oh, it's
meal.
closing up.
Oh, it's closing up.
Cool.
Wow.
It's like
That's
a little
wild.
shop of horrors.
That is fascinating. Yep, just sitting there like a Venus flytrap. Awesome. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, go on. What an amazing critter.
Yeah, it's wild.
I wonder what it got.
Gabby or Rye, do you
Yeah.
know what the name of the camera on the sample tubes is? On the sample tubes?
It's called Bucket. He's talking about
Or the suction tubes?
Yeah, he's talking about this one.
Suction.
So it's on the screen as the same one as our starboard rail cam.
Another sponge track.
Hmm. Okay.
All right, I think if we go really fast, we can lose her. Cool. You're not in a move right now, right?
No.
Okay. Do you have another move
Sure. You ready?
lined up? Yeah.
Okay. Bridge nav. Could you please do 50 meters, bearing 335.
Let me just remember how to drive.
Huge worm mound there. So Derek, does it kind of drop away to the right of us? I know that the edge of this ridge on the left was nice, but we had the fishing line. I'm wondering if we might get more varied terrain if we moved a little bit more to the east.
Yeah, there's kind of an edge there. We could try that. Sure.
Okay.
Although, well, the harder stuff up in the sonar looks like it's
Is it dead ahead? Okay. Let's keep heading towards that.
kind of more towards the left, but that might just
Okay.
be, that looks like rocks. As versus edge of the ridge. So. Yeah, I'm all for finding the edge if you want to.
Yeah, let's give it a try after
Okay.
this move.
All right.
Ravioli star?
I think so.
Oh, sorry, did you see something?
Nope, keep going. It's a
Okay.
little ravioli star.
Look at this camera. Something floating up ahead.
Oh. Okay, let me see.
I missed it, Lottie.
Right.
What did you see?
Right
Oh,
there.
Oh,
up
what
in
is
the
this
upper
chicken?
camera.
It's a
Yeah.
sea cucumber.
That's a sea cucumber called the Nypniastes.
Wow.
And, yep, he's not going to enter the main camera.
We
Ah,
affectionately
okay.
call that headless chicken monster.
Yeah.
Affectionately.
Affectionately. That was what we were discussing the other night when we were saying sea pigs are have a face only a mother could love, maybe. Alright. Gabby, we're gonna try to find the edge, it sounds like, on the next move. How do you feel about that? Okay.
So Jeff, the there is, I mean, we could go east or west to get.
Okay.
It might be a little easier to move to the west because it's more in alignment with
Sure.
getting to waypoint 4.
Okay, as long as we're not worried. Ooh, what is this coming up here? Oh, it's just a rock. Okay. Yes, I just, as long as we're okay with the fishing line over there. I don't know how long
I think we're
that will
well
be.
past that.
We're
at
well
this
past
point.
it? Okay.
Yeah. Unless it keeps going, of course, which it
Yeah.
might, but keep an eye out for it.
Long lines are famous for their length.
Yeah.
Strange.
No, this is fine. I don't see any reason to assume it's still there.
So this is kind of the edge, isn't it? Did we just find it?
Could be.
Here, I'll just get past this rock and then.
Rye, back to the left, there was some sort of big coral or something.
Okay.
Now, can you remind me what the direction of this move is?
335.
335, and is this going to be a consistent direction, or are we just sort of trying to find the edge?
We might
Where is
move a
this?
little bit more.
Well, I thought I had seen something back
Yeah,
down
I did
to
see
that
too.
direction, but
Or more left.
Okay.
Maybe? Oh yeah, here.
Okay. We're moving right now. What direction are we moving in? 3, 3, 5?
We're going that way, and you're heading that
Okay.
way.
I don't want to go down there because we're moving. If
Okay.
it's really important, we can stop the ship and do that.
nope.
Okay. And this is the edge, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We were just trying to find more of a mix of
Yeah.
rock and sand.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear it at first. Oh, we
Oh.
got...
Oh,
we
oh.
got
Another
something.
floating
Okay,
cucumber?
this is another Nypniastes, I think. Yes, it is. This
That's
is the,
Pretty
Wanna
color.
log it?
what was your
Go-
nickname,
Go
Ryan?
for a bit of a zoom. Not, yeah, just a bit. Headless chicken monster.
There you go.
Headless chicken monster.
I have no, I mean, I guess it vaguely resembles a chicken, but
This is so pretty.
It is.
Can we turn the lasers off?
yeah.
Roger that.
Got me.
Yeah,
Try.
these guys are fascinating. This genus of sea cucumbers in particular, Nypniastes, is just famous for being found in the water column a lot of the time. And they have one of the most developed of these vellums, these flap-like structures on their heads. And you can see it's a great way for the animal to just stay up in the water column. And it will float along. We have no idea how they make a decision on when to come back down, but they do.
Okay. Are we good to keep going?
Yeah, there is an urchin right there.
Okay. Sounds good. Go wide, science. Or video, sorry.
I know what you meant.
What's the
Beautiful
name of this
flying.
one?
That was awesome.
Nypniastes. Yes, ENYPIASTES.
Urchin is about right in front of me, isn't it? Yeah, I see it.
An A before the S. Yep. IA. Yep. Yeah.
All right, go for zoom video.
Oh, this is Aspidiodiadema.
Oh,
It's these guys have nasty spines, but they actually can walk on their spines, which
Yeah.
you're seeing this guy do right now.
Want to get a closer zoom now?
Yeah, if you can. I'm pretty stable. Famous last words. Here, I'll try to get it more in the center, so.
Say walking on its spines?
It looks like
Yeah.
it.
there's
So
something following
Really?
it.
Like
It-
not 2
It's a little
feet. It's
isopod,
on its
maybe?
spines?
So instead of using the tube feet in between the spines and just holding the spines up and out in defense and crawling around on its tube feet, it actually uses
Go
its
wide,
spines
Maria.
as
Still moving.
feet
There-
and moves
there
along
was something-
with the spines.
Oh, maybe not.
And
Science,
this
we're gonna
guy's
keep going.
Okay.
Oh, bummer.
Did you want to collect or anything?
Yeah,
or?
we can definitely stay.
Yeah.
If this, this would be cool if we could collect this
Okay.
guy.
Yeah. Stop the ship
Yeah, let's
if it's
move.
not already.
It
Yeah.
stopped,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
we
let's move it back.
I
Right,
thought there
back it
was
up.
something moving behind it.
Yeah, I looked almost like there was a little isopod.
Oh, it was an isopod?
Yeah, I'm just gonna get it in
We're going to take the isopod's shelter.
here and try not to dig the.
Okay, to our viewers, we're about to sample. You can tune into channel 3
See, it's
to
following
view the collection jars.
bridge now. Can we do a
There we go.
25-meter move bearing 157?
Okay, slow down. Is that gonna? Do you need me to back up to see? It is kind of moving towards us. So.
Okay, yeah, just give it a bump backwards.
Okay. Up a little bit. Yeah. Let's do that. There we go.
I'm not sure what my strategy here is going to be.
Can we use the scoop, perhaps?
We can definitely try the scoop. Okay. Do we have anything in the forward box that wants to make a break for it?
Nothing. Our
Yay.
bio box is empty.
Love the sound of that. Video, can you give me a bit more iris on the front porch so it's not so dark?
Absolutely.
Thank y'all.
So Jeff, as we get set to scoop, could you tell us some more about this urchin?
Yeah, so this is in the genus Aspidiodiadema, and diadematid urchins
Keep an eye on the...
are often...
Yeah, I got Atalanta in your cameras.
The sea urchins you see, it's a related family, a shallow water family that you see on coral reefs, and they're often the ones with a very thin, long spine, so the ones you definitely do not want to touch. They have toxic spines. Really interestingly, down here, this group, we think they are deposit feeders, and they, instead of just using their spines for defense, like I was saying earlier, they actually use their spines to move, and they walk around on their spines. We don't know that much about their life history. And so that's part of the reason why I think it's worthwhile to collect this specimen. We've seen a few of these on the last couple of dives, and to my knowledge, none have been collected in Palau's waters before. So this will let us either confirm if it's an existing species that also lives in neighboring
Can you tilt down for me?
areas, or whether this is something that could be new.
Do you think it'd be the same type of species we find on shallow waters?
It's definitely in that related family. It's just a question of what species
What
this
species?
is. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But the diadematids often are shallow water, and this genus Aspidiodiadema is exclusively deep, or deeper at least. I can't remember how shallow they come. Maybe 500 meters or something like that.
Oh. And back in American Samoa, I think the islands to sea urchins is a delicacy. So, yeah. Have you tried? I think Hawaii too.
Yeah, so I have eaten sea urchin, usually as part of sushi.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
We eat sea urchin in Italy too.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's good. Do you like it?
Not,
No, not really?
Not my thing.
Salty. Yeah.
It's the same with the sea cucumber, yeah.
But we just eat the females.
Oh,
just the
okay.
eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the rest of the
Can you
watch?
tilt up?
Have you tried sea urchins?
I have. They're good.
They're good? Yeah, I like them too. I mean, I think it's definitely an acquired taste.
You're really just eating the gonads, right?
Yep.
All right.
Can
Good
you
if I close box?
Close the box.
Yeah. Tilt down.
Yeah.
Nice, we got the sample.
We got the scoop. We don't have the sample yet.
oh, what? Okay.
No.
Careful, he's running.
It's half the battle.
Yeah, it's definitely making a break for it. Can you tilt down so I can see the porch?
It's an urchin sprint.
Okay,
Wait, it's
and,
isopod friend. Look, it's still
can you,
there.
Yeah.
pick up
Oh, it's
and
going away.
center the urchin on the porch?
Absolutely.
Can we zoom on it one last time before we actually scoop it as well?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'll want it a little ways away from the porch. That'll give more scope for the arm.
Sounds good.
The isopod is like, I don't want to be
That
sampled.
might be a little far though.
Yeah. I think the isopod knows what's going to happen.
Oh yeah, it's going away.
All right. How's that? Want more than that?
That
Yeah.
seems good.
It's like
Yeah.
running away.
It's been
We
with the
wanted
urchin the whole
another
time,
zoom
and
on
now
it?
it's going away.
Yes, please.
Okay. Go for Zoom video.
Actually, if you can tilt the camera to the left, right over there, there's a little isopod. It's
Sure. Here, I'll just get this. Tilt. You want it to look right here?
keep going, keep going. It's gone right up.
Oh yeah, I see.
It's gone right off the screen.
Oh, it's
That
You can
okay?
push
That
in
is
as much as you
that
can
is a
video.
polychaete worm.
Polychaete worm.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
is-
Wow, look at
okay,
that.
so you see
Wow.
the plates on its back? That's a scale worm, so it's in the family Polynoida. And these are predatory worms. They eat other small animals living on the
Polynoid.
surface of the sediments. Yep, polynoid. Oh, that's really cool.
It's
Polynoid
very
worm.
pretty.
The scales are iridescent.
Yeah. Oh, it's opening.
Oh, that's bizarre. What is it doing? But
Yeah,
the
these
scales like came up.
Oh.
It's attacking.
It's attacking us.
They could actually
Okay, it's gone underneath the front. Let's go. Yeah, let's go back to the urchin.
Okay.
That's very cool.
And I'm just gonna center up on the urchin. And we'll get a good zoom of that.
I'll get
Adeline is in a
out
good
of the
position
light
now.
here.
Okay, push in video. Yeah, nice. Yeah, adjust your...
This might be Plesiodiadema rather than Aspidiodiadema. I'm not certain.
Does it have a little piggybacker?
That's part of the animal.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Just let me know when you're happy with that.
That's good. Thanks.
Okay. Go wide video.
So do we think that polychaete was a parasite or just enjoying the protection? Or?
It might have been enjoying the protection, or part of me wonders if the urchin crawling along the seafloor, because of all those arms moving, is spooking up little animals living on the seafloor. And I wonder if the worm is taking advantage of that and eating them.
Mm.
Cool.
Like sometimes you see trumpet fish or other fish on a reef following a parrotfish around, and the parrotfish is just munching on coral, but it scares up small animals from the reef, and then the predator eats them. And I wonder if the same kind of thing might have been happening right there.
We see that with the ship as we steam forward, scaring the flying fish.
Yeah,
and
and the birds coming
swoop
down.
and
Yeah.
take advantage of it.
Okay, can I get a zoom video? Like a half zoom, maybe?
There or further?
Okay, a little more. Great.
Nice.
And it's crawling out.
Oh no, oh no.
No.
Oh,
nice.
good catch.
Oh.
Okay.
Go wide. Ready for wider?
Yep.
That's some long
No, he's crawling out. Can you get the box half open so if I manage to get it back, I can actually get it in? Nope. We'll have to move to... Oh, this is the one that can crawl on its spines?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
You want me to pick up?
Yeah.
Find him?
I feel like this one's got some defense mechanisms built in here against sampling. Yeah, we'll have to just be faster.
Just rocks behind
Because
me.
go figure, it doesn't want to go on this ride.
There's
Bridge
something
nav.
in the top left, maybe you can still see it.
Is that going to be too far for you, or?
Jeff?
I don't see where it is.
Can we
It's
do
right behind the
10
behind you,
meters
but
bearing
just scoop.
157?
Go a little closer,
'Kay.
yeah.
A little closer.